This is Reg Athwal and welcome to our channel. Welcome back to Family Business Q&A, one of our show themes on the channel. Normally I get questions from clients from our community asking about business growth, strategies, dealing with family issues, business issues. But on this occasion, I am starting to get emails and have had conversations with people who've been working within our client companies over the years that unfortunately have taken a cut in salary, maybe have been made redundant. Things have changed for them. And I've noticed outside of people that I know on LinkedIn, through social media, I'm getting a flood of resumes. At least 10 up to 15 people trying to connect with me every day, looking for their next move. So how do you get hired in tough times? I spent 30 years of my life in the human capital management industry linked with family businesses, dealing with entrepreneurs and family businesses. So if you're looking to get hired with non-corporates, non-government institutions, organizations, and you want to work in an entrepreneurial company or work for a family business, I want to leave you with a few tips today with this episode. There's a lot of people out there looking for jobs. Salaries are definitely reducing. I've seen it in Africa, Middle East, and South Asia regions. I'm sure it will apply to other markets as well. Unemployment has definitely increased outside of America, UK, and the numbers that we get. I know in other countries around the world, there's definitely 25%. I know of one country right now could be going up to 50% unemployment. It's unbelievable. And I'm wondering what the knock-on effect is going to be up to the end of this year while we're still dealing with this crisis and pandemic situation. So what can you do? How can I help you? What sort of things can I leave you with? Let's get into a couple of tips. Number one, build your network. I'm sure you've heard this before, but when we talk about building your network, there's a difference between quantity versus quality, okay? Quantity versus quality. There's no point blasting out the same old message, especially for people who are using LinkedIn, or if you're watching this on LinkedIn right now, some of you may be watching this directly on YouTube, but it doesn't matter what social media, there's no point taking the same script and blasting it out to every single person out there. What's the point? It's not personalized. Out of the 10 or 15 emails that I get, messages that I get, I can have a quick glance and decide very quickly I don't want to speak to 80-90% of these people. Looking for a job, I'm available, updated resume, PDF in there. That is not really going to connect with people. So when we're talking about quality relationships, you've got to make what I call emotional deposits. It's a bit like going to an ATM machine. You can't take money out unless you put money in. So when it comes to relationships, you have to do the same. You have to create some emotional deposits with people. What can you do for them? You may be reaching out to someone and you want to get hired by them, but right now, what you really want to focus on is how can I help you? What do you need right now? What problem are you trying to solve right now? Hey, Reg, what's the one thing that you need for your company right now, for RTS Global Partners, for the Family Business Academy, for Reg Athwal TV, the book projects that you're working on, the shows that you're trying to create? What can I do for you? What do you need right now? I may not have the expertise. I may not have the competencies and skills, but I do follow you. I look at what you're doing and what can I do for you? That's very different to, I'm looking for a job, here's my resume. So if you're going to build your network, make sure that you start making the right deposits. And let me expound on that. Number two would be build your profile. That doesn't mean build your resume. The amount of resumes that I've seen with beautiful pictures and layouts, and it's got all the information on there, that is not going to get the attention of decision makers like me and all the clients that I deal with, millionaires, multimillionaires and billionaires of family businesses. If you want to get their attention, it's got to be what's in it for them. Most people, on their forehead, I'm included, I always have on my forehead, imaginary, so what? If I get that information, whatever that person's telling me they've got on their resume, so what? What does it mean to me? How can I benefit? What's the results that I can get if I was to consider hiring that person? So you've got to make sure that your resume stands out and is showing me very clearly in the first couple of lines, first sentence, what result can you give my organization? What can you do for me? Can you increase my sales? Can you add more value to my customers? Can you help me expand into a certain marketplace? Can you accelerate what I'm doing with my media creation? What results are you going to give me? Can you double my profits this year? If you're not talking that language with an entrepreneur, with a business owner, I'm sorry, you are not going to get their attention. So start using these words. Also, at the same time, if you're going to build your profile and you want to grab people's attention, you've got to start elevating yourself from being just another professional in the marketplace to being an expert, being an authority. So while you're unemployed, you're sitting around looking for that, next job, you're trying to connect with people and build relationships. Start doing things, start writing, write articles. If you're not a good writer, get articles from other people, make sure that you mention them, extract a bit of information, aggregate, put together, compile one article and reference all those people. Give your opinion on what they're saying. Get it out on LinkedIn, get it out on the social media, start coming up with 10, 15 of them, put it in a PDF, put a nice image on the front, and guess what? You've got yourself you've got an ebook. I would rather receive an ebook from you rather than your resume. Say, hey, here's my latest ebook. Yeah, it's got 10 pages or 15 pages or 5 articles within it talking about how you can boost your business, how you can grow your company. I'm likely to download that and have a glance through. And if it says on the end, hire me, okay, I can do this for your company. You've now got my attention. Blogging, video content. If you're watching this right now, this is video content. And by the way, if you're liking this video, hit the like button, helps the algorithm. If you're on YouTube right now, hit the subscribe button, okay? So the same way that I'm talking to you and asking you to do that, I'm sure you could create your own video through your laptop, through your mobile phone device, and create something. Maybe it's the article that you've put together, the blog that you've done, and you could use the same information and create a small video. 3 ways that you can do this, 2 ways you can do that, 6 ways that you can do that, how to save, how to make, how to increase, how to regenerate. Come up with something that involves a how-to, an action part in that video that can help people. And again, if you send me the video link, say, hey, don't bother hiring me until you watch this video. You've got my attention. Watch this video, 5 ways that you can increase your business. And if it's of interest, let's talk because I think I could add value to your company. I'm available right now to add value to my next company, my next career move with a company. So these are a few things I want you to consider. Panels. There's a lot of webinars and conferences and things going on. See if you could reach out and maybe be on a panel somewhere. Anything that you can do that's going to create more links on your resume with video links and blogs and articles, visibility is going to increase and elevate your brand and your expertise perception with someone who's potentially going to hire you. So please take on board some of those things and get cracking, get started. Don't sit around just waiting and sending the same old message out to people, copy and paste, hoping that someone's going to hire you. So what's in it for me? So what? I've talked about those things. The other things I would say is try personalize your messages. So if you're going to email me or send me a message, what research have you done? What research have you done? Do you know who I am? Do you know my brand? Do you know what my company does? What have you checked out? Did you only get onto the 3rd link on Google? Did you only skim through my profile on LinkedIn? Or did you go further than that? Did you watch any of my videos? How many? What did you learn? What did you pick up? So if you're going to end up personalizing, first of all, one first line's got to get my attention. Then it could be, hey, Reg, by the way, I really liked what you discussed in video or episode 84 on your channel. I really enjoyed reading your article. I really enjoyed reading your book. And I really enjoyed chapter 2 when you talked about DNA profiling. I really enjoyed the story about your son and what he's doing as an entrepreneur. It means that you have invested time in understanding who I am, my brand, my company, what I do. And if you're going to mention a few things in that first or second line, you've got my attention. So you don't need to blast messages out to 10,000 people. You could only focus on 100 people and do your research, and 100 quality connections, personalized, customized, and what you can do for them, and the results you can create with a link on of a video or an article. I'm telling you, you will stand out from the hundreds of thousands and millions of people out there right now that are unemployed globally. So these are a few things. Other trends out there. There is a rise out there now for internships. So if you're 45 years of age right now, whatever age, and you're thinking, Reg, come on, man. It's like, that's for kids. Kids do interns. Don't disregard what I'm saying right now. If there's an opportunity for you to be a mature intern, someone with experience, okay, to go and intern, what does that mean? It means you're not going to get paid, more likely, but you could go in there for a couple of days or a week, 2 weeks. Become the mature intern. Trials, okay? Think of it like trials. Right now, if you could offer companies trials and say, hey, you don't need to employ me. I don't want to talk salary. I don't want to talk rates. I can work for you remotely as well. Or if it's possible to come to the office, I can add value in these 3 areas. Give me 1 week and I'll show you what I can do. You don't have to pay me a penny. Let me come and show you what I can do. And I remember when I was in my 20s, when I built my first company and then failed miserably with my first enterprise. Before I went again and built my next business, I had a few years in my early part of my career in my 20s where I had a chance to work for 2 people who were partners in a firm, an executive search firm, and one of them took me under their wing, and I'll tell you what's the best thing that ever happened in my life. But when I started in that industry, the first company in my local market, okay, where I could get to within 10 minutes from where I lived, I knocked on the door and I said, I've come to work here. They're like, we're not looking for anybody right now. I said, no, you don't understand. I am going to work it, but I'm going to prove to you that in a couple of days you're going to end up hiring me. All I need is give me a desk and a chair, and I will show you what I can do. You don't have to pay me a penny. And eventually I convinced the branch manager of this particular company. He said, fine, I'll give you a chance, because I was persistent. Ended up going there, and within 2 days I was offered a full-time job. That was my first proper professional job in my early 20s. Because I took the initiative, I knocked on the door, and I wanted to be the intern. So where can you create a professional internship right now? Doesn't matter about your age. Maybe do 4 or 5 of these. Offer 1 day with one company, 1 day with another on a rotation basis. You've got to get proactive, because I can tell you, if you really believe in yourself and you've got some great skills and expertise that will add value to people, this is your chance to show it to them. And last but not least, please make sure that you keep upgrading your skills. So while you're waiting and you're looking for the next job, next project, next opportunity, like you're watching this video right now, and get to my channel. There's over 100 other episodes and videos, not just me talking, me interviewing global experts on my channel. Keep learning, keep upskilling. Think about what new skills that you can develop in the next couple of months. I remember last year, I didn't really know anything about videoing and editing and audio and lighting and getting the video out to people, linking it to newsletters, all sorts of things. I thought I was great at what I did as a serial entrepreneur, as an advisor, as a facilitator, as a speaker, a trainer to many family businesses around the world. And here I am learning basic skills about video production and editing. Now, if I can do that and I'm 47 years of age, you can do much better than me. What one new skill could you pick up and learn will take you to the next level? It's value addition when you go into that company and say, hey, by the way, I can also do this. And lastly, I'll leave you with one last thing. This is a great time. This year, 2020, for those of you listening right now, 2020, with the pandemic and crisis situation, it's the best time to start a business. So if you've been employed all of your life, this is a great time for you to become an entrepreneur. Now, if you're a bit scared and you've got a bit of fear, don't worry. Take that first step. Think of an idea. What could you do? Where could you solve a problem? Now, if you're not good with ideas, maybe you could partner with somebody else who has the idea, but what they need is you. They need your, what I call DNA profile. Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe there's an opportunity where somebody else in the marketplace has a great product, service, solution in another country, but they don't have the reach in your country right now. Maybe you could set up an alliance partnership, have a license, create a joint venture partnership, become the exclusive distributor. There's always an opportunity if you look for it. So if employment is not for you and you're done, and it's a chance to take that step into entrepreneurship, go for it. And contact me once you get to a certain stage, you want to professionalize, expand. I love working with first generation entrepreneurs, and especially ones that want to build a lasting legacy. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, share the video if you thought it was of value, and don't forget to leave your comments, and I see you again on another episode on our channel. Thanks for watching.